all about Christ videos right here happening on your favorite TV station. Now, I played you a double play of divas, just to encourage females out there that, hey, the gospel cruise is all about encouraging everybody that is celebrating Christ and celebrating the message of the Lord. Now, I did tell you we have unexpected guest on the gospel cruise today, and he's actually in the studio with us. How you doing, bro?
I'm okay, man. How you doing?
Good to have you, man. Good to have you.
Same, man. It's a pleasure.
First time on a Christian show, or
no, man.
It's normal for you?
I'm Christian. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Of course, you guys feel a certain way inviting an artist like me, but yeah.
We invited you, man.
Yeah, but obviously there was a lot of caution. Because even when I was coming in, I met a couple of people who were telling me, "You're here for the gospel show." I was like, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, because from the time I've known you, I've known that you're a Christian. So,
yeah, man.
So for me, there's nothing weird about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
Okay, how's the year unfolding? Any gospel tunes we should expect? Because the one you did was one of the biggest tunes ever.
And you know, the funny thing is, we're putting out two singles in the next 2 months.
Okay.
I don't know which one we're starting with, but the other one is actually a gospel song I did with Ephraim. It's called Kalombo Mwane. Obviously, you know the traditional Kalombo Mwane. Kalombo Mwane.
Okay.
Yeah, we did our own version of it.
Because obviously, Ephraim is somebody that has made a lot of headways when it comes to gospel music. You are another, it's like best of both worlds. How was it in the studio with him?
Which word, first of all?
Sorry?
Which other word?
The studio world.
No,
I mean, he's not a rapper, he's a singer.
Oh,
You're a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah. How was it to work with him?
It was great, man. It was great. I decided to do, like I said, Macky was a great song, and after a while, I still go to places and I'd perform the song, and all these old women would come up to me and tell me this is a great song, my son this and that, and they'll tell me about their experiences with it, you know what I mean? So even now, I still have special moments with that song. So when working on the new project, I decided to do something like that, and I went searching for this music that I used to listen to in church when I was young, you know what I mean? So Kalombo Mwane is one of those songs where it's mostly used at funerals, if you've noticed. They've made it a sad song, but the actual concept behind the song is just when you hear God's calling, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's just that type of song. It's got no sad emotion attached to it initially, you know what I mean? So even when we listen to this song that we've done, it's a happy, feel-good song. It's a song that makes you want to dance.
Okay. Yeah. I love how you come out when you do these songs. There's so much passion when you're on the microphone. There's another one where you sampled the T.I. chorus. Yeah. That one, I was listening to it, and I could hear the passion. What inspires you when you write these songs, man?
I think if it's a gospel song, basically any song that there are two types of songs for me. Two types of music. There's a music that makes you want to sit down and listen, and the music that makes you want to get up and dance. There's music that it's not really about what you're saying, but how you're saying it, and there's music that it's not really how you're saying it, but what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I really want to sing a song that speaks to someone's heart or someone's soul, I need to be inspired, to do a song like that. So you do it with passion if you're inspired. And like just going to a studio and writing a song.
Okay.
It really needs to be an emotion.
Has to come from a place of inspiration.
Exactly.
What does God mean to Macky too? Because obviously for you to sit down and say, I need to continue doing these gospel tunes, it takes me back to a place where I used to be in church when I was young, and those are the songs I used to listen to. What does God mean to you?
Very, very, very tricky question. But I'll tell you this though, is nothing makes sense if you say there's no God. You know what I mean? Like, how do you explain life? How do you explain what you see around? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. okay, when you die, then what? Okay, how, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It only makes sense when there's God, you know what I mean? So God is everything to me. Every little thing that you see on me, everything that I have, you know, when people are amazed of the work that I put in or the music, all I see is God, man. Like, God made this guy. I don't have a singing voice. I'm not blessed with an amazing voice. But every time people listen to my music and scream, I'm like, God used this guy. This guy with no talent, no singing voice, you know what I mean, to do this. You know what I mean?
I love the way you came out when you talked about how nothing ever makes sense when you remove God. And on the show today, we're defining what success is for different people. And if you were given a chance, Macky, to manage a gospel artist, what are some of the principles you would inculcate in that artist to make sure that they live up to that level that you've created in terms of making a legacy?
First of all, in music in general, there are two types of artists. There's an artist who just loves the art, loves music so much that he just wants to do it. He doesn't care if the music goes anywhere, blows or is on radio or he's just listening to the music at home. All they want to do is the music. And there's a second artist who wants to use his music to get to people out there, either to change the way people think or to change people's lives through his music. Now that artist is more like the artist who wants to make money off it. They're going to find out what's my target audience. And then after they find out what the target audience is, they're going to find the best music to give those people. Now you can either make your music and make the people listen to music, or you can make what they're already listening to. You know what I mean? I like what Mag 44 and Lord House have done. Their target audience is really young people and what young people are listening to, and they've gone with that music, what people are listening to already. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to speak to, if I want to speak to you, I need to speak your language. True, you know what I mean? I'm not going to speak some other people's language and hope you figure it out along the, you know, I'm going to speak, it's easier if I speak your language. So those are just some of the things I've picked up along the way. You need to find your target audience. Two, it's easier if you're just going to work with the music that people are already listening to, then speak to them through that music, you know. And for some time, for some artists, they would start like that, but then after people start listening to them, then they'll drag them to their type of music. You know what I mean? Like, for example, in Zambia, I think people relate more to music that they can sing along to. You know what I mean? No metaphors and similes and all this complicated, no, just plain stuff. You know what I mean? But once people are listening to you, then you can take them where you want.
Okay, beautiful. And I'm sure a lot of upcoming artists are listening and getting encouraged by that story. Earlier on, you spoke about how when you were young, you'd be in church and you'd be inspired by all this music. Take us back to then, how it used to be. Especially for you, drawing all that inspiration from what you've been through as Macky too.
First of all, I grew up in a God-fearing family, you know what I mean? Like, I've done it, or I was in boys brigade, I was in a church choir. And when I speak of a church choir, I'm not talking praise team, you know what I mean? Swag.
I was about to ask.
I'm talking about a choir, you know. I can't remember the Bemba term, but it sounds more organic if I use the Bemba term. But I was in that choir. You know what I mean? So now it's a little different, but I guess it's going with trends. But way back, church really used to feel like church. You know what I mean? Now it's a bit different, but I guess maybe it's growing up and things change, and yeah, what stays the same. But my past experiences are more inspiring than now. I'm more passionate about my memories of church than what I see today. And way back it used to be way more simple. You know what I mean, than it is now. It's almost like the more you know, the more complicated things become when it's supposed to be the other way around. You know what I mean? And yeah, prayer is just what you need.
Okay. Which church do you go to, man?
The nearest.
Okay. I love that. What's the second jam that we're playing for?
Let me justify that. Every weekend, every Saturday, I wake up in a different town.
Okay.
Because of performances and shows. Every single Saturday, I wake up in a different town. You know what I mean? And I'd wake up in Livingston, I'd wake up in Mazabuka, you know what I mean? But when I'm home back in Ndola, I go to St. Andrews, UCZ.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful. The next video we're picking out for you?
Next video is by Chileshe.
Okay. What do you think of her music, though?
Her music is great. And one thing I tell you about music is there's what I was talking about, target audience. These people listen to this type of music, but good music is good music.
True.
You know what I mean? And good music has no specific genre. You know what I mean? Like, I listen to Chileshe's music, I listen to Pompey's music, as long as it's good music, I'm going to listen to it. And I feel a lot of people are like that. You know what I mean? They might like a specific genre, but they're still going to listen to good music in all these other genres.
Sure. Now, Mark, you have a lot of, youth following you at your shows. It's full packed, and you're a Christian. How do you maintain that at your shows to make sure that people that follow you, you point them back to Christ, even as they look up to you and say, this guy has done so much in music, he's impacted so many. How do you point them back to the cross and say, it's all about Jesus for me?
First of all, I've told I've said this a million times. It's music is 3/4 of the music. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's just entertainment. Most people just listen to music to just get entertained, you know what I mean? If you go to any party where there's no music, it's just dead, you know what I mean? So that's how people look at music mostly, you know what I mean? But we should never forget that music is educational, it's informative, it's teaching, it's inspiring, it's motivating, you know what I mean? And of course, there's the gospel in the music. I tell people my story. I tell people my humble beginnings. And when I tell them that and they look at where I am now, I don't even have to tell them it's because of God. They just see it. Okay. You know what I mean? And
it's evident.
It's just evident, man. It's just evident. My mom died when I was 8. You know what I mean? My dad died when I was like in the 7th grade. And I moved from Lusaka back to the Cobble Belt. And life just drastically changed. You know what I mean? And from suicidal thoughts to just, I went through a lot. You know what I mean? And for me to be here and just have the life that I have now, nothing more to say, man.
It's God.
It's God. Nothing more to say.
Can only be God.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff,
and,
obviously.
I think if you've noticed, my music has changed drastically from the time when I started, when it was all. I'd say it's very conscious now. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's just the thing. Is if you look at my music and you look at any gospel artist that you look at, my music is what anybody would say. I don't think a pastor would walk into his house and tell his wife, you know what I mean?
Real life
just
stories.
Real life stories. You know what I mean? It's stuff that any person would, would say. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm like a mirror.
Okay.
I just reflect what is already there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Before I let you go, Mac, to just quick questions.
Yeah.
Don't think too much about them. Just give me a quick answer. Okay? All right. It's a month of love.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you said to your wife?
Have a beautiful day.
Okay. That was today?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you guys meet?
We met through a friend.
On social media?
No. We met through a friend of mine. We have a mutual friend. Thank God I didn't mention his name. Yeah, we have a mutual friend, and the thing about me is most people I'd meet them and we'll talk, and it would just be like an ordinary thing, and I'd meet them again and I'd feel like we have a connection. I'd meet them again and our relationship grew like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's the most memorable thing that she's done for you?
Oh man. That's a hard one, man. We've had so many beautiful memories. I can't pick out one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just take it the entire time you've been with her.
Yeah, it's been a good run.
Okay.
And we're just beginning.
If she was here right now and I asked her what music video she wanted to watch, a Christian music video, what song would she pick?
Music video, I don't know, but
or
she
one you
loves
would pick for
Chungu's
her.
music, so
Okay. So
I'm
we play
guessing
her
if
some
it was
Chungu.
just a song, she would pick Chungu's,
Okay.
one of Chungu's songs.
Because I'm just praying that she'll be watching this. So we play her some Chungu?
I'm quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get to Chungu, let's get that 16 bars of that Christian song that is coming up soon.
I'm not sure if it's 16, but yeah. The Macky the last verse goes a little something like, I ain't going to hell, forget it, devil, my soul I ain't gonna sell. I ain't going to fail, in the name of Jesus I will be well. Say goodbye to the door, my body's a temple, They say I changed, I ain't the same, they wanna know why. Pantwa makaya kwalesa, inealimpesha mano. Ningopanga madola, fulu mutumba nikadi yofola. Bible mukachola, monga chitawala, eh. Yeah.
Put it here, man.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
influencing youths out there for Jesus, man, because obviously you've made such a huge impact, and we thank God for your life.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate it. So, been chilling with Macky too, obviously celebrating Christ together right here on the Gospel Cruise. He said his wife loves Chungu, so who am I? Let me just bless her with some Chungu, simply saying forever, and praying that, hey, you too remain forever praising God.
I'm good.
Yeah. Check this out.